Alright, hey you. Um, yeah, I'm home. I'm safe. I'm alive. I tried recording this video on my phone in Hawaii, but it turned out to be too long each time, and I couldn't really shorten it. I tried so many times, but it never ended like anything shorter than 15 minutes. So I'm gonna re-record it on here, but it may have two parts. So basically, it's some things I've come across in Hawaii, like revelations, I suppose. And let's start with story one. Story one is once I hit the LAX airport. That's in Los Angeles, California. Like, it was strange. I didn't really notice at first, but like, everybody was referring to me as Miss or Ma'am. And then it dawned on me, and I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. And it started getting more and more cool as it started happening more. And it started like sink in, like, hey, why is this happening? And then, like, this lady, like, when it really sunk in and I was really happy about it, like, this lady was passing, and just, like, how she looked and everything, and I assume it was her husband she was walking with, but who's to say? She was like, oh my god, that is the prettiest girl I've ever seen. I guess school's out. And, like, after that, it just sunk in, and I was so happy. And, like, I was all giddy and, like, yeah, when I was walking. And then, like, I guess I just had some super ass confidence. And, like, I was in this big ass airport, if you've ever been to LAX. And, I had to go to the bathroom. And how I looked and everything, I couldn't go into the men's restroom. So I had to go into the women's. And I've done this very rarely. Like, very, very rarely. But this is a big place. And there was a lot of people. And, like, I did. And nobody gave me a second glance. And then, like, I felt really confident after that. And I went over to a mirror and I'm, like, fixing my hair and everything. And then, like, this girl comes up and she's, like, standing right next to me, like, fixing her hair too. We start talking. Like, traveling makes you look like shit. And we went our separate ways. And, like, after that, I'm just, like, uber stoked. Like, yeah. And then, like, not even, like, 10 minutes after that, I got an alert on my phone. And it was a Facebook message from an endocrinologist. Yes, a trans-friendly endocrinologist in Utah. Oh my god. Like, I don't have to worry about dying anymore. I just gotta give her a call, and then I will be one of her peeps. How awesome. I'm so happy about that. So, yeah, like, all this awesome stuff happened, and I was super stoked about it, and then I got to Hawaii, and the entire time I was there, I was a woman. I was an attractive woman. I was utterly confused. For example, we ended up picking up this hitchhiker, His name is Bobby. And we ended up going to Waikoloa with him, I believe. And, like, we ended up going over to the skate park and everything like that, and we're hanging out with him and his friends and at the skate park, and then I've skateboarded, like, a good portion of my life. And, like, I decided to hop on one of these guys' skateboards, and, you know, I do a varial. And, like, they freaked the fuck out. You know, for a second I forgot, like, they're like, holy shit, what chick can fucking do that? You know, and I'm like, whoa, sorry dude. You know, and it was really funny. So we hung out with them all day. None of them knew the difference. Nobody in any store we went to, nobody we met passing on the street knew any difference. And then another time, our car broke down. It overheated. And, like, smoke was everywhere. And this guy came up out of nowhere, and he, like, helped us. He was, like, fixing our car and shit, and he ended up inviting us to his farm. And, like, he, like, had a rescue donkey. That was pretty fucking cool. And, like, I don't know, it was just super cool, because, like, he saved us, and then, like, he invited us back to his home, and he never knew, ever. And not only that, like, he was coming on to me so hard, like, he was, like, giving us drinks and weed, and offering to put bug spray on the back of my legs because I guess I can't reach, and inviting me to his house that's down a little ways from the farm, and showing me his bedroom and his cabana and his massage chair. And, like, thank God for Nico. She is, like, my best friend. I love her to death. She was the entire reason I went to Hawaii. She stuck with me the entire time. She wouldn't leave my side, even though they tried to, like, separate us. It feels like they were working together, and this guy really wanted to fuck me. And it was extremely uncomfortable. So, I am sorry to any women out there whom I have probably made uncomfortable throughout my time as a male. If you ever see this, I'm terribly sorry, because it is very uncomfortable. And now I know. So, yeah, that was cool. And look, I got a recording of the donkey. Flip.
Oh, no, I think she really wants your phone.
Ew, gross. Come on, donkey, where are you? There you are. In Hawaiian culture. It's kind of a trip that you just, like, randomly came across this donkey.
I was on the internet. I was kind of looking for one for a while. They have this nursery program where they're more wild, but they've never been as tame. Like, she was kind of tame when she first got here. Oh, God, don't put me on. So, anyway. Kind of like you kind of sit around and see.
Wow, that's awesome. What is that? No?
That's passion fruit juice mixed with sugar and water. That we squeeze ourselves, you have to separate it from the seed.
Well, I don't know if you could see the donkey, because it's kind of weird recording a cam on cam. But, yeah, that was an interesting experience, and those guys were in very close contact with us, and they didn't know, obviously. So, you know, aside from that, like, just all the people in Hawaii in general, like, they didn't know. And it was nice because there was no tension. there was none of that awkwardness or anything like that. I felt almost 100% like comfortable as a female there. It felt supernatural and it was amazing. So yeah, but it made me come to a realization to the point of this video, and that is I personally, and you may too, I surrounded myself with people that know. Like, I made sure all my friends knew. I made sure all my coworkers and my family knew. Everybody I was around knew. And it made me not see my progress. And though I thought like my transition wasn't going well, despite compliments that I've got, like, my transition is going well, like, and I understand now. Like, I went to a place where nobody knew me, and nobody knew, and I never even thought about it or understood, because I surrounded myself with people who knew about my transition. So, do you do this? Are you surrounded by people who know? Because if you are, you should try going somewhere where nobody knows you. See exactly how well your transition is going. Because it is an amazing feeling. It is different. It shows you an entirely new world. People look at you, treat you, speak to you differently. And it brings out a side of you that is so beautiful, that's so natural. And, like, you don't have those fears. You don't have those, like, bad thoughts going through your mind, like doubts and stuff like that. You are 100% happy, and you almost forget until you go to bed that night and take a shower and whatnot. You almost forget that you were born the other gender. And it is amazing. It made me feel so amazing. So, I've just come to that realization. My transition is further along than I originally thought. And if you're curious about yours, I personally suggest that you separate yourself for a little while from everybody and everything you know. Because you are entering the life of a new person. Though this person is still you, this is the person you are meant to be. And if you're carrying with you the old you and remnants of the old you, you'll never know. I'm not saying abandon who you were, because who you were is still you, and you were just growing into who you were supposed to be. But it is very interesting to see you as who you're supposed to be in its purest form, even for just a little while. So, yeah. I've got another story that, may be of interest, though it's less touching than this, I guess. But that will be coming up next, like right here in a second, so see you in a bit if you decide to watch that one.